Hello, everybody. Yes. Welcome to the final episode of Disco Elysium. I could not be more excited. Partially, I'm super dope and excited because I just got ice cream. It put me in a really good mood. And now I'm ready for that mood to do something in this game, which has a way of making everything terrible. It's fine. It's going to be fine, though. RoboCop Truther. What a username. No, sadly, I'm not very good about remembering to upload videos anywhere. So these videos tend to be one and done. They are hosted on my channel for I think 2 weeks here before they are shuffled off into the ether from which they originally came. I'm really excited about this being the final part of this game because it's been, I meant to check when I started streaming this, but it's been like literal months by this point. Maybe it just feels like months, but it's been a while. And I'm so excited to be back here with my best friend Kim to experience the last little bit of this game. Yeah, I'm just so delighted. Also partially delighted because once I'm done playing this on stream, I get to play like Monster Hunter and shit. Actually, I've been meaning, I have a copy of Edith Finch. Something Edith Finch that I've been really wanting to play. That feels like it would be a good stream. So that might be the next thing. It'll be that or Monster Hunter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's end of quarter business. We're at the beginning of quarter business, which is where we play the game. So let's, I guess, just hop right on into this. Yeah, what remains of Edith Finch? Yes. I've heard great things about it. Simone always says that she loves that game, and I own it, and I've been meaning to play it for forever. I've just never done the dang thing.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Am I a smoker now?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
Right, we're like immediately into it. Like we're just like right into the shit. And Disco Elysium is so Disco Elysium at every possible moment it can be. Yeah, I hear What Remains of Edith Finch is short, so it feels like something we could knock out in one stream. I also bought the bundle, that giant, I think it was Black Lives Matter bundle on itch.io a while back, and it has about 100 billion games, so I feel like it would be fun to sit down for 2 hours and just play a bunch of those games. So that might be something we do too.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that, a carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
This feels like it's going to give me a thought that I'm not going to have the time or the impetus to mature. Oh, thank you, Princess Undercut. Yeah, I'm enjoying Pokemon Snap. But my heart still belongs to Monster Hunter. For the time being, at least. 2 games at the end, at separate edges of the spectrum of animal interaction. They could not exist in the same universe. I should, yeah, I'll think about it, boys.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time.
Oh, Scary Poppins. Not only did the gay thought happen, and not only did it happen, it did.
And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them.
We talked to Kim about it, and it turns out Kim is gay. And that was delightful. It was a very fun, good conversation. It took a lot of prodding. He was very reluctant to talk about it, as he is about all things.
Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Okay, game. I'm not going to do that. This is the last episode. I'm I'm not gonna swing by the store to pick up some smokes. Hey, Claire. Hey, Garrett. What are you up to?
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
It did, yeah, thank you. This is really
You're
great.
welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
Hell yeah, Garrett.
Defended maybe putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths.
Hey,
Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway,
I did something.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now.
Oh.
This establishment supports cops.
Ooh.
The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Kind of a mixed feeling about that whole statement.
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
What happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here. And many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Yeah, I do think my character's wearing sunglasses inside, so that's fair. Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
Just nod stoically.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Just two badass men nodding stoically. Make that three. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed.
All right, good job, boys.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Yep, some bad ass men.
Hi again, gendarme.
No
Bye-bye,
new.
gendarme.
Okay, goodbye, beautiful. What's your deal, stranger?
Seeing you
Oh, it's
approach,
Alan.
the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
Huh? What?
He looks up, his eyes full of confusion, as if he'd just awoken from a deep sleep.
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
He says with a nod, but the remaining Hardy Boys don't seem to register his words. What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys now that Titus is dead?
Titus is fucking dead.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys? Look around you, man. This shit is done. There are no more Hardy Boys.
You two are just gonna go back to hauling containers in the harbor?
No, man. I don't know. I guess the Union will still be policing the neighborhood, but who's gonna do it now?
He will, point to Elaine. You just need to sober him up, that's all.
Elaine, he won't be leading anything. I mean, look at him. The man's broken through and through.
Any idea what happened to Claudia?
Damn songbird of misery, that one.
Eugene, that was beautiful.
And do you have any information on this songbird of misery?
God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was anything. Oh, yeah. He said she seemed to be in a real hurry.
She's gone. Face it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, you boys take care.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you.
That's untrue. You were appropriately hard on me.
Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
Well, that's true.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
Oh,
I
Kim.
will. You take care of yours.
Kim giving me
A
borderline
sharp
ASMR
pain
over
shoots
here.
up your side and into your stomach. You must not look too good. Luckily, it passes.
I failed my pain threshold check. That's fair. I have been shot, so like, you know. All right, what am I actually doing? What is there actually left for me to do? Oh, I have to go to the islet in the bay. Should be a boat in the fishing village. That's right. That's right. I don't know if there's any other outstanding. A lot of this stuff I just can't do anymore. How's everybody doing? Oh, there we go. I mean, how is everybody doing? There's just a long loading screen. What is this?
The
Unjour?
graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Hey! Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
17th century stays. You making a corset?
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
Interesting. What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there.
Excuse
you
me?
know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
Why does this game want me to smoke so bad? I mean, we should definitely do that.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Alright, well that's fair, Kim. I was actually trying to talk to this gentleman.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Uh-oh. Where's Renee?
The prick is gone.
Oh.
I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Yes. In peace.
Tell me, what did you know about him?
Everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you?
Teacup?
I don't know anything about him.
I personally meant Renee. Definitely not. I did not mean the teacup.
Teacup? Oh, because of the ceramic armor.
Ah.
Clever.
Thank you for explaining that to me, game. Oh, one day I'll be close or next to you again. Oh, interesting. Well, let's go get some cigarettes. I mean, we absolutely have to set this message on fire. And you're right, Sodipap, I think it will be disastrous. So we just gotta go for it.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Yeah, no. I would like to buy some stuff.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Well, hold on. How do I get cigarettes?
To the left of some croissants and juice bottles, you
Okay, well, can I not get... Oh, hold on. I see.
a colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Say nothing. Just take it in.
The beauty, the truth, the poetry of it all.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Oh, rude.
Know this.
Rude but fair.
You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
think I'm pretty okay with that. I guess let's get some ciggies. +1 intellect? The -1 health tracks the +1 intellect.
Here you go, mister.
I have to question. Okay. I have to question. I don't think cigarettes make you smarter. I mean, at least when I see somebody smoking, my first assumption is not, wow, they must be very smart. Nicotine is a stimulant. Yeah, that's fair. That's
The
fair.
graffito has been painted over the tray. This was Cindy the Scar.
Step back, Lieutenant. I wouldn't want you to get burned. Set the graffito on fire with a lit cigarette.
The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message.
Black smoke rises. Disco Elysium. I just have to say it, right?
The lieutenant has taken a small step. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters.
Let's go to that island.
Okay,
Slowly,
Kim.
the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still smells of mazout and springtime.
Mazout. There is something down there. What? Okay, that's fine. That's not where Captain Cobb focus. There's just all sorts of new things to touch. A message has been carved into the wall. Trans Nation, Ike Nation. Hardcore. It could be Pennywise down there. This game has a lot of room for crossover. I don't see why Pennywise wouldn't fit in. Alright, gotta go to the fishing village. Gotta get a ride to that island. Trans Nation. Hardcore! Oh hey, yeah, check the traps. Is there anything in it?
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still no phasmid.
Still no phasmid. This is the last episode for that phasmid to show up, so if it's gonna be here, it had better get on its fucking way. I did just level up, but I think I'm gonna do what I did last time, which is not use that skill point in case I need it at a later day, because that was very helpful at the end.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Hi, Lillian. Thank you.
You're not limping. You're you.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
Who?
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
Kim. The way Kim said madame.
You didn't only get shot.
I dodged the second shot. I can also get not shot.
Well, good for you.
Thank you. I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Oh, right. I was trying to convince her to go on a date with me, but not really, because I didn't feel good about it. I need to get to this island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
What's on the island? I saw some kind of ruins through binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think, bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Oh yeah, Peter, happy May Day. If you can at all unionize, you should consider it. There are lots of good resources on the internet for how to do that safely and appropriately. I am one of the union reps for Polygon, and so I get to help steer people into the union and talk them through all of that, and it's the best. It's good shit.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Oh. Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back.
Ugh.
And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Well, maybe you should just take us, ma'am.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
What if I want to rock?
See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads to capsizing. That there is an absolutely 100% rock-free skiff. You got that?
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
It's totally gonna be fine. Thank you. I think her boat... Okay, no, this is it, I guess.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Oh, before I head out on the boat, I think I can progress the church quest now. Tie next, thank
Have you made all
I
the
will do
necessary
that.
preparations? Closed all your accounts?
No.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
I'm not ready yet. I have to go see a church about a quest. I don't even remember what is. I do want to. I appreciate you giving me the heads up. Oh, but I always have such a hard time finding. This is a difficult area to navigate. Here we go. Wait. No, this is the boardwalk. This is the church. This is the boardwalk. This is the steeple. This is the church. See all the dancers.
Yes, what is it?
Oh. I can... Oh, I failed this check, but I think I reopened the skill. -10 pale unknown. +1 heard of doomed commercial area. +1 investigated doomed commercial area. The pale unknown. I wonder... I think I had to
The
talk
mother
to
of
Joyce to know
humanism
that.
stands above you, a precious and complex.
I don't want to talk to you. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that check, but let me see.
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore!
Hardcore. Wow, that was a crazy sound we heard before.
Yeah! It was awesome and scary. Very hardcore.
His voice booms through the chamber, then goes silent.
Too hardcore, in fact.
Ha!
I couldn't control it at all. It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme.
Extreme.
Inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound. Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse.
What if this is the answer to Van Eyck's jam? We could use that sound for the bass.
Oh! But how?
What about the compressor? The one with the spiky hair was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing.
Ooh, very low interfacing check. The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. Well, let's just roll it and see what we can do.
Sidechain the beat.
Oh, I succeeded! I got a double 6. Hell yeah! Yeah! Sidechain, what does that even mean?
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing.
Yeah, crit success.
Either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Okay, Egg, you need to start sidechaining it.
Sidechaining it, you said?
He turns down the music, his hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls.
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide. Wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down with bliss in total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
I'm not sure.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Give him a thumbs up. Wish I had some glow sticks. Yeah.
The audio assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
Yeah.
This is beauty! This is life!
Yeah! We successfully made Van Eyck's Jam hardcore.
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together. It's unnatural.
Yeah.
Your body is taking a beating from the low frequencies crashing over you. It's making you feel alive again.
It just healed some of my health. The song is so good. This one's for the Enotic generation!
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We have tamed the sound, made it our own.
God damn it. This dance club idea might just work out.
Haha.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
Yeah.
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered.
It also healed my brain. This music's so good. It's healing my brain and my body.
J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it up so we can lure him here.
God is close by, but he doesn't have good enough ears. Hell yeah. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and save. Ooh, a quick save option. Let me see if I can't succeed in a dance check.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
+1 higher quality audio, +1 dance fever incoming, -1 got shot in the hip, that's fair. +1 found the melody, +2 found the beat. So we could do that. I bet we could do this. Let's do it.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life.
Nope.
For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
I did get shot in the hip.
Your aching leg doesn't want you to imagine anything, however. It just wants to lie down and rest.
I hope you're not trying to dance with that leg of yours. Healing from a gunshot wound takes time and patience. Be careful.
Goodbye,
Okay.
officer.
That put me off in a worse place than I was when I listened to that good music. That had a negligible effect on me. A prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Percanassian Litany of Love. Kim, we would never succeed at such a thing, maybe.
Yes, what is it?
I mean, we could get another critical success, which is what that 3% represents. So I don't see why we shouldn't try.
All you hear is silence in your head.
Yep, that's fair. All right. Well, I feel great about that. I think it's time to go to the island. I think this is it. Oh, manga bread roll. I should have danced safely. You're right. I should have done the safety dance. That would have not hurt my hip at all, because that's mostly in the arms. Yes. Ah. Oh, our karaoke performance went amazing. We did a great job. Everybody was awed. We succeeded in the check, basically. Alright, gonna go ahead and quick save, and then let's hop on
The
this
skiff
boat.
floats on the calm mirror. Have you made all the Remember
Yes.
what the net picker said. It's a small tank. He won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
Yeah! You heard me. Don't make me repeat myself.
Fine, why not?
Yeah, that's right. Let's get in and ride. God, I am holding a boombox. Oh, there's music. It's very low. Bye, Peter. Good luck finding a new apartment. Honk, honk, honk.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
That was very nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed that cutscene. Weirdly soothing.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. Let's go.
It would be incredibly funny if they just if it just kept panning out from the boat and then the credits rolled and that was the end of the game. A makeshift bridge. The bombs were probably powerful enough to break the foundation. Rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it was used for, Kim?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it off from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Is there a thought? Do I have a thought? There we go. Stairs feel ancient. Soldiers' feet ran up them long ago. There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. Attention! Inflammable! Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black. Viscous.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away. 102. 105.
Underneath the flutter?
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work. Of great importance to the few who attend.
Kim,
Yes?
it's pretty silent on this island, huh?
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Wait, I have to listen to one more
The
thing.
lieutenant nods in silence.
To the west?
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
To the window?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
And to the wall?
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
And below the silence?
A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world.
Open your eyes, stop listening. Warm air. From the building, from the inside of the building. It's warmer than out here. The barrel says ELYSIUM. You can see a little star with little specks on it. You recognize this little birch from the coin-operated viewer. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Nothing too exciting yet. We were able to solve the mystery of Van Eyck's jam using, basically got a crit success and we're able to do that. And then I tried to dance and I hurt myself. So pretty good run so far. Yeah. Nice and oh no is very much the vibe for this game the entire time, I think. Okay. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Oh yeah, we did do some
An old
arson.
cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Oh, do I have fuel? Yeah, pour
The
fuel in the
lieutenant
tank.
assists you,
Oh.
holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
It's unclear if we are gay, but Kim is gay, and that's arguably more important.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
Who?
That should do it.
Secret task complete. Find fuel for the generator. Where do these wires lead, Kim?
Downstairs, somewhere.
Yeah, Beardzag, it's a lot. Sometimes the automod catches things that are weird. It caught dinosaurs once, I think because of like ageism reasons, but just a choice. Alright, let's tap on the side.
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Put? It modded put? Alright, well I'm excited to see what this generator does. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently? And how do you know that, Kim?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Sorry, what, Kim? You want me to have a nap here? I mean, I'm gonna, because I'm down a health and a brain. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little nap.
You face the concrete wall. There's
Yeah,
less light
get in
there
here, Kim.
in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
Huh. What a nice little, a nice little nappy. Okay, how delightful. I don't see Kim standing watch over me like he promised to do, though. Kim? The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the bench. I don't seem to be able to interact with anything. Now I'm nervous that something has gone wrong. Can I not get outside? I don't seem to see an exit of any kind. Okay, here we go. The door is still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. What? Hmm. 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 Kim? Kim? Honk honk? Go down to the chain. There's something there. I don't know where the chain is from here, buddy. Things got real. This has taken a real ominous turn, as this game often does. Normally it's been okay, because Kim's been by my side. Kim! Whither? Whither art thou, Kim? Oh, yeah, he went to grab some burritos for us, I bet. Kim's very thoughtful. Walk into the water. Now. I seem to be walking on the water. You see her footprints in the water. Further.
Dolorous day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean. I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here? Something seems off.
I'll say. Yeah, it's the video store, which is something that we vaguely have memories. We've had memories and mentions of from our previous life. And also as a reminder, Dolores Day is like a human saint, sort of, in this world. But she's like the saint of like imperialism, basically. So kind of a mixed creature. Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
Oh, yeah, Zach, that's a good point. If it would flesh out more, the more you know about yourself. Maybe. Something is off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag. What's in the bag?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Crown of immortality? Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this.
She corrects the wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder, silence. Her nuptial gown flows in the wind, wraps around her holy body.
Anyway.
Your skin is holy and soft. What a creepy thing to say that I'm absolutely gonna say.
No, Harry. It's just regular skin. I'm not as beautiful as you always thought I was. Let's not get into.
Yeah, let's not. I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay.
It was a weird thing to say, and I'm sorry I said it. Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. our love, our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I mean, definitely not. This game has a... here's the thing is, like, there's something with the check, so I want to try it. But I also don't want to do that. Oh, I can give her the figurine now. I bought you this figurine of the Headless Fawn Rider.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were getting you back.
That's
shit.
not what figurines do, Harry.
But then the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the Headless Fawn Rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say. The figurines don't do anything at all. But I thought the historic figure she had.
She liked war games and figurines?
Yes, I thought it would be good.
What about dice? I had some custom dice made in this place. Doom commercial area?
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome.
Okay, I won't give you things then.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the Headless Fawn Rider.
Achievement unlocked. Oh, you guys didn't get to see that. I got an achievement unlocked that said the figurines won't bring her back or something like those. Wow, God, what was that? The figurines won't win her back. They do nothing, is what it says. Spectacular. I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. Your point to your head. The morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
No, I mean morning. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead.
Oh my God, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
She breathes out. It sounds more angry than a sigh. You're the ex something.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the ex thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
I should have stayed down. I should have gone deeper to a place where I never met you because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. I'm glad we had this conversation. I'm getting so much closer. I should have never gone deeper to a place where I never met you because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void.
Great. It's the abyss of the void. Soon it will be the gloaming, then it will be the world ending. My friends are waiting for me on the platform, Harry. It's impolite to...
This is so grotesque.
It is. Useless.
The evening wind blows in as she says words. Her gown wraps around her like a white flag.
1,000 times you beat an animal. 1,000 times you've raised that fabric. What is underneath has always calmed you, centered you, made you sane.
I wish Kim were here.
In your mind, you could still climb inside her bed. Still the only man.
On second thought, you are Dolores Day, Queen Regent of the territories of Mundi and Insolent, and nothing else.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
It's not I could say that's not a very good way for things to be, but you said I have a vast soul and you will always come back to it. War criminal, don't go. Or I could say I know you still love me and kiss her, which seems like the worst thing to do. But I'm also very curious. I'm leaning towards war criminal too, Zach. Yeah, let's call her a war criminal.
Who says that? I have ruled with kindness, grace, and temperance. It's perfectly normal to have an army of humanity. I am the innocence of humanism. I call it whatever I want to.
Haha, kisses for Kim only.
Besides, you're only saying this because things didn't work out between us. I really have to go to the aerodrome. I don't have time for this.
I love the implications that you break up with somebody and then you call them a war criminal. That's a totally normal escalation. Would you say you didn't behave like a war criminal with me? Ooh, weird. You're right. I'm sorry. You're soft and good, not a war criminal. These are both terrible options. Would you say you didn't behave like a war criminal with me?
You were very bad to me too. We've talked about it like 7 million times now. I don't want to do that anymore.
But you said I have a vast soul and you will always come back to it.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
This poor woman.
Her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
It doesn't matter anymore.
We will always have what was. I will always be influenced by it. But it is over. Now only total, unrelenting hell remains.
This is terrible. I'm not going to do it. I'll just say don't go. Don't go.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm going to go now.
Here's the thing is I don't want to do the kiss, but I want to know what happens if you do the kiss. And this game is like that, where it's like I don't necessarily want to do the thing, but I do want to know what happens if I do the thing.
Lies.
Maybe that's the same thing.
She cannot but love you. She has said so 100 times.
Yeah, I'll probably look it up. Yeah. Men would literally call their exes war criminals rather than go to therapy night coffee. Wait, can't we sit down and have coffee first? There's a cafeteria on the corner.
That would only be painful and dull. At the aerodrome, life, love, and laughter are waiting for me. At the cafeteria, dust, hell, and tragic comedy.
Hold on. What is there to do in Morova?
Light, life, culture. It's so much better than here. Everything here reminds me of you and the horrible times we had. The nights we stayed up fighting for our dying love. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into.
Okay, I understand. Nod silently, like a martyr.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
This lady knows me too well. Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night.
Oh no.
Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week.
No.
At least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
This is intolerably bad.
Oh, yes. This is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry.
Phew.
See you tomorrow.
Jesus, God. All right. I wish Kim were here. Phew. Great. Well, that ruled. God, what would happen if I had kissed her? Hey, Kim. I feel worse. That was not a restorative nap.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
Let's solve the fucking case. My sleep was deep and invigorating. Try to cover up the blood seeping out with your hands? Actually, it was totally annihilation. Swallow the blood and conclude. Is this literal blood, do you think? Or just spit out the blood and get back to work? You're a badass like that. Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
No. It was an ex-wife
The
dream.
lieutenant nods sullenly.
Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're a badass like that.
Okay.
Okay. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-ridden bedsheet keeps the wind out.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering.
Interesting.
Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
The lieutenant inspects a softcover. Does anything stand out as unusual? I get a +1 bonus to this because all things communist.
Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
I can say powerful communist theory, rigorous and truthful, deranged commie rantings, downbeat dribble for people who can't get shit done, a book, left wing, I have no comments, do you? Look, Kim, downbeat dribble for people who can't get shit done.
Ouzia. I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him. Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Oh, yeah, a student in the apartment building seemed to have some as well.
Well, yes. That one student did.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Kimball only reads pinball machine critical theory, specifically theory about pinball machines.
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
I have no clue who lives here. I have no clue who has done this crime.
Interesting.
All right, good talk.
Soft covers.
Oh no. Is this all the... Okay, I see. Yeah, definitely Adorno. Fucking Adorno. Hey, I can complete my fallen outfit. That I'm not going to because it's not a good outfit. Although I do like this one sleeve look. That's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not the look I'm going for. Wow, I can't believe that dream didn't recharge my health or mental status. Hell yeah. No, go back. Some money, some more drugs. Yeah, maybe I'll just heal up. This great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off it.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
What's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably.
Yeah.
The lock looks like it could still be usable.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely another part of the island, Kim. How do we open this? Oh, I bet the thing that we fueled up does it.
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
No! Kim! Unacceptable! He looks at the door and then at its big brother, then at the lock.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
No, Kim, this isn't one more door. We're opening it.
All right, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open.
Well, I retract my statement. It was naive is so condemnatory. It was foolish of me to try to convince you to do something. Thank you, Kim. This hatch is jammed shut. Water rushes below, far below.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
108 echoes. I think I took that thought, but I can check. Oh, actually, can I check right now? Oh, maybe I didn't. I did not take that check. Or I did not take that thought. We got it. I just didn't do it. There are okay. Rows of switches. Run your fingers across the keyboard.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Could this open the blast doors, Kim?
I think, yes.
Ah.
Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Okay. Let's push lights interior.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. A dim ambient orange.
Turn emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Yeah. I control the doors, Kim. Hell yeah.
After you.
What's in there?
I don't know.
Okay, that's
A
fair.
thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
Hello, well-spoken rambler. Welcome. What if we get into another fight, Kim?
Don't worry. I have a gun.
He takes out his sidearm, checks the barrel, then holsters it again. I don't have a gun.
Extra good that I do.
Okay. Great talk, Kim. I think I leveled up again. Alright, so I've got 2 skill points in the bag. Let's go ahead and save. And then... Ooh. I can look at this one step. Oh, there's... Okay, cool. Harry absolutely should not have a gun, for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out the beach. I want to check out this door first. Oh no, that's what door we came in on. I see. All right. Yeah, no, gotta check out the beach. I assume whatever that big giant door that we had to work to get open is probably where the finale is. So I won't be going through that until we've looked at all the other stuff. A firing slit. You can't see inside. It must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. The distant sound of cargo ships. Signal horns echo on the water. The reeds sway strangely. No, it's nothing. Is it nothing, game? There's some ice. The ice creaks under your feet. Be careful not to fall through. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince. Then you continue. The insides of the fortress. You make out the console and the blast door. A weathered artillery map shows showing coordinates of the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with Dramamine. Interesting. Oh. That's handy.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick one out of the can. Please don't make me smoke this game.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Moteri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
I saw the same brand of cigarettes extinguished in Land's End.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Land's End and here.
Oh, congrats, Project Marley. It feels harder than ever to remember what a Saturday is.
I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
And on the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the rain, reflecting light.
There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that.
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle?
Bingo.
You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kim, I could make it. I could make the shot.
I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Ah, happy Saturday to you, Drew.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Booyah, master cop work.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
Thank you, Kim. Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
On the island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
"We should move now."
Turn away. Yeah, God. They could be anywhere. They could be here. Booyah. It is moderately effective cop work, not as you say. Booyah. Oh right, the chain. The wind is broken. Rust has eaten what remains of the chain. Can't walk out into the sea, huh? That's fine. The final cut updated added a lot of voices, and I think some quests and stuff. I don't know what quest it added, because this is my first time playing through, so I don't know what's different. But mostly, it's just everything is voiced now, and it rules. That's how we get treated to things such as Kim saying booyah. Go ahead and save real quick. Is your boy just the opposite of booyah? Small white flowers blossom all around you. Oh, is it like the white flowers that we found on the roof? A rubber dinghy. It's deflated, broken. Oh, hi. Hello. Hey, you look like you've got a gun. Hi.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
I have no idea who this is. You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was not reactionary. It was cool.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating mental illness music.
That's a lot of things that you just said. Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is that a Belma grave?
It's a 3-angong 446.
Southeast Samaran made, exotic, must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
Sir, I need you to put that gun... well, we've already been talking. I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move.
No.
Oh! Kim! 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 The lieutenant aims the pistol square at the man's head and says...
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me.
Kim!
To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. Those words, the future teaches you.
Real music. Real Brilliant Kult. That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song.
Understood.
You don't understand anything.
That's true. I don't. The old man squints at you. You see 2 black beads gleaming. Pick up the gun lying in the sand. Who are you? What have been using this gun for? No, pick up the gun lying in the sand.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
This uses jacketed ammunition, 4.46.
The right type and the right calibre.
That is not how I expect him to say that word. It is, as he says, it's a Triangong.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanty Shanty. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response. Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
All right. His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ELYSIUM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I've been on other islands, too.
Okay.
I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
What? What are you saying? You deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith?
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took.
For what?
For reaction to take hold.
Yes, we all have tiny bourgeoisie person in us trying to run away. What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Yes, we all have a tiny bourgeoisie person in us trying to run away.
He does not seemingly react to what you said. Only his right brow moves a little. He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
Nor should he believe that.
And this was when?
The lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook, but does not take it out.
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
What then?
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring. Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed.
Phew.
And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human.
Say nothing. Let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. That's all fine, but why did you do this crime that we're here to solve? How have you... You said this is your termless surrender?
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
We're with the RCM. Let's leave it at that.
Let's.
He looks
you
you in the eye.
represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans ce monde. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
His hand shakes, and he breaks into a coughing fit.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Coal City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course.
Boogie Street.
Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
The weapons cache under St. Gilles 22B in the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
Damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
One more question. Do you smoke Timor-Tier cigarettes?
I do.
Ever smoke them on the mainland?
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water at the city. The
So you're-
ruins, the motorways rising above it.
So you're a communist soldier from the Communist Army.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained and assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
That means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
None of these are fair to say, I think. I think he might yell at me if I say I'm also a communist, though, so let's do that. I'm also a communist.
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
No, I really am a communist. I have communist thoughts in my head.
All the real communists are dead. They died fighting for communism. Are you dead? No. You're an inert lumpen with a gun.
Hey, that's not fair. I don't have a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
Haven't we, Kim?
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. The expression on his face is unreadable. There's some sort of interference there. Neurological.
Okay, but again, you've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
I don't even know what that is, dude.
It's inhuman.
Okay, yeah,
and
that's
sick.
fair.
It's not how a human being should live, but I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting.
The old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you. For what?
For her to return.
What?
Her who?
Girl child.
Scoozy?
Revolution.
Scoozy? Girl child revolution?
Always.
What? Oh, I see. It's a metaphor. Okay, for a moment I thought this was like a character we were supposed to talk to. Girl Child Revolution. It's not outside the bounds of this game to think that Girl Child Revolution was a character. I was like, maybe it was Skullgirl. But no, I think they're talking metaphorically. Nothing in history is guaranteed. But revolution is still a possibility.
No. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
So that's why he's the deserter.
Don't say it.
What can I do?
I have another serious question for you. I hope it's about the fucking crime that we're here to solve.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property.
Ha!
I haven't done that.
Fucking get him. Hell yeah, dude.
I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war.
Ah.
Class war is never over.
Ah.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But
what?
This is what you live for. This is the shit. The great serotonin jackpot.
What?
The solution.
Oh, yeah?
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first.
I'm just gonna ask him, did you use that gun to shoot and kill the mercenary on the coast?
The who now?
He leans in and cups his ears.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
The corpse in ceramic armor hanging behind the whirling rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
The lieutenant takes a sudden step towards him.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
What can't I remember?
Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
We've done the ballistics. Point to the tower. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
The lieutenant softens his voice.
You have been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
One thing. Where's the scope? How did you make that shot without a scope? We have everything else.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
Fair enough.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
So you admitted to killing him?
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
He waves his hand. There's a twitch, then one more in his right eye. Come on, what are you forgetting? Hit yourself on the side of the head.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn
Yeah.
Maybells.
Okay.
The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Yeah. See, I remembered that.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
Of course. Thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul.
There were Maybells behind the victim's window. Show him the dried flower.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
Yeah, Ithrius, the sound effect of the slapping kept happening, so I assume he was just like sitting there slapping his face.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
A young woman named Clausia. Ring any bells? These dried flowers were behind her window.
Clausia.
You know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
He turns his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles of his jaw twitch, a spasm.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
I wonder what brand of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes at his feet.
The maker is called Sansarique, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Oh, I have a very high check. Cannot be retried, but that's fine. Wait, maybe it's simpler than that. Basically, as long as I don't get snake eyes, I get this one.
Sire,
Hey.
he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Oh, was that the logic? Okay. I mean, obviously, that's how shoes work. People change shoes. It doesn't mean they weren't there, near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you?
As hard as I can.
Desperate to report something back to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just a last little push.
You're a communist. I talked to the dead man. He told me communism killed him. Okay, yeah, let's say that.
Stupid dwat.
He scoffs.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry in his eyes.
Oh, Kim. Sorry, Kim. Kim, so sorry. It was intuition. It wasn't literal. Had he spoken, he would have said communism killed him.
Intuition is an aberrant psychologism. It reeks of crypto-fascism.
Phew.
The parasite class use intuition to justify their rank in life. It's all just palmistry and magic, Earl creatures. Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
He looks at the air, then turns to the lieutenant.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he thinks this approach worked.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. Show him the gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here.
Yeah.
It's not just empty boasting.
Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Dramatically ask, you think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon.
Good.
Okay. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and draws a single line.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
The old man does not say more. He just glances into the reeds and then twitches once more.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breathes through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists begin to tremble from the anger.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I'll hold my breath, too.
I had them in my sights, both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it, anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
A single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly, very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs, then smacks his lip.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
Oh, dude. He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle's scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
No, I don't think I will. Thank
He will
you.
not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put, put, put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Let him finish. Do not interrupt.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals. Like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
Boom, boom, morons. How dare you say that about hardcore? How dare you suggest Egghead is, well, he is a boom, boom moron, but that's what we like about him.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins, too.
A boom, boom himbo. That's a good phrase.
Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Okay, then.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Okay, dude.
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the Sousa,
right,
we did good when we pushed him under the horse car.
Okay.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain.
I'm just gonna push past this.
Leaving only.
We're not getting any closer to, like...
There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people.
I don't want to...
Might be worth investigating.
I feel like we're very close to the end, so I don't know why this game is drawing it out in this weird way. I'm okay skipping over that quality narrative. Okay, I'm super glad we talked about this.
It's all gone.
I think we just have to... I think we just have to arrest you, buddy. You're under arrest for the murder of Colonel here in Martinez.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
Oh, wait. Kim, are you not sure? Kim, what? Okay, one more thing.
The old man looks at his rifle in your hands, a little startled for some reason.
What specifically did you not... Oh, God, I really just don't want to talk to the student anymore. Let's do it. I'm sorry, Kim.
But you said I would be taken to the...
I don't have a motive. Yeah, you're right. Oh, well.
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Kim, he's afraid.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
This dude high?
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Perception, hearing. Wait. This isn't an even chance, but I've been racking up skill points like crazy. So let's drop a point into this to give us a little bit better odds. Wait, what was this? Perception, hearing. Where's perception? Here we go. Okay, I like those odds. Alright, perception, hearing, wait.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reeds.
Maybe we could all fit in there.
First say, does it have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
The chat seems very upset, as if they know something I do not. I want to reload? Because did I miss somebody in the... Hold on. All right. Let's just keep going. I don't think I can reload in the middle of a conversation, so let's just keep going. Who watches him there while I come back for a while?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
Yeah, okay,
What
that's
is
fair.
this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Maybe I could just ask that nitpicker to watch him?
This is no harmless old man.
Oh yeah, that's
This
fair.
fucking world. This world. What is this?
No, listen. Listen now.
Oh my god, what is happening in this game? You could come back for me once you've taken him to the precinct.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
Okay, you're right.
This
Whatever you want to
world.
do.
What are you talking about? Is this... us?
The wind is cold from the east. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? What is that?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds,
No!
limb by limb, to then just stand there,
What?
moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters
Are you
tall.
fucking kidding me,
It looks
game?
straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster. But you don't have a gun.
There it is. I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
Whoa, Kim, hell yeah.
4 simple words. Thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane.
What?
What that means, it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
What?
Be very, very careful.
Lieutenant whispers and takes a step towards the giant arthropod. What? What the fuck is happening?
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
Yeah, Nicholas, it's giant. It's so much. Like, those traps weren't going to do shit to capture this thing. This is big. It's big. I'm going to whisper, that's Chappie.
It is.
The lieutenant whispers behind you. You hear the familiar ring of his jacket unzipping, slowly, painstakingly so. Kim, what are you doing?
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera.
Fuck yeah, take a shot.
No.
Take the shot.
The flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
Are you sure it won't scare him off?
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
He continues to pull the lens open.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear.
Let me approach it first. Oh. Yeah, let me approach it first.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He has stopped fiddling with the camera but does not put it down.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Just listen to me. I'm going to do really good at this check. The lieutenant puts his fingers to his lips
The
and nods.
spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air.
Okay.
Slowly.
As long as I don't get a crit failure, I will succeed at this. I get +3 for Lena's childhood experience, +1 the miracle way out in the west, and +1 laid the pheromone on thick. So let's approach carefully. Okay, good. That's a success.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you.
Gross.
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence.
Raise your other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
Oh. Don't pray to me. I'm nothing.
The reed creature does not stop its stridulations. It towers above you, parting the reeds it emerged from. Tuft-like structures still rustle on its joints. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
Ha! Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts
Hell
the air
yeah.
like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
I'm loving this picture, yeah.
I got it.
Ah. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish.
It is Pokemon Snap. Oh my god. I'm finally doing it.
The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight.
Oh.
This antennae is much smaller than the other one.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Lick finger?
It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
And a little bit sweet. Carefully, pet. Its scythe-like forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
No. Do not push the phasmid.
Warning.
Warning. Reaction speed. Getting nervous about the erotic undertones of this one. And my reaction speed wants me to pull away, so I'm going to pull away.
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening, wave by wave from its stupor. Some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think.
Okay, time to back off.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Hi, I'm Harry. Don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on my tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Okay.
The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The lieutenant watches you apprehensively.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel.
Yeah,
as
the music's
insect
turned down.
Moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Ooh. Tell me, what are you doing? High check, +1 because I spoke to the hangman. Weird. +2 because I did not give up on the phasmid. +1 because I tasted it. Gross. And +1 knows of parthenogenesis. Pretty good check. I'm gonna... I guess I could just make this a really good check with all my extra points. I don't see why I shouldn't. All right, now that's a check.
I exist.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Fire burning? No, I'm ill? Yeah.
What is your illness?
I'm ill in my head. I'm insane. That's how it is for me.
I am not.
Ah.
There isn't even a central nervous system in my head. Only mouth parts. We're eating white blood clots. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of darkness. Being intruded upon. Transient. Dim. Moist.
This is fucking wild. Intruded upon by whom?
Shapes of plants and animals. And internal sensations. A swarm of sounds. Tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light. It only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
Some great dialogue options. You're the type of animal I would like to be. I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. Or what the fuck is happening to me right now? I think it's gonna be you're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you ask?
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
That's cool.
No, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes. Thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
Okay.
This would explain its antenna being smaller.
This is the explanation I came up with?
No, it's what the 3 meters tall stick insect came up with.
All's well that ends well.
Yes, I am lucky. It is nothing compared to the horror that is you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. A nerve mirror of horrifying fidelity. Constant, never-ending damnation.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you are awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys. No, no one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective, dripping with blood that smells like strawberries, across the calm sea, the first in 1,000 years.
What she just said was not what is written here, so I'm going to read what is written here. I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain, also by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Simonese islanders who came first but did not stay have not seen me.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Revershaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
Where does this come from? All of this around us, the world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies.
Then all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer?
You can also eat it. It is a leaf. You can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Yum yum. You can also eat it.
Wait, so...
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds?
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you ever accidentally eaten another reed, Phasma?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time.
Oh.
It was an accident.
I'm so sad. I'm so sorry for you. You poor sweet baby. I'm I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that.
I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you will not eat me, and that I will benefit from your closeness. In short, I love you.
Oh. Uh-oh. I love you too. Oh no. Oh my god. Are you the miracle?
No. You are the miracle.
I'm the miracle? How?
The moral of our encounter is I am a relatively medium life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness. A volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet.
Ominously new to the planet. What a phrase.
The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Yeah, that's fair. What is the Pale?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How? Actually, I have a pretty good idea, but I'm going to ask anyway. How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
I don't like the idea that all the birds are talking shit about human race.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
God, I just finished rewatching Madoka Magica. Honestly, it's giving me vibes. Giving me vibes like this. Worse? How?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink.
You knew I was gonna blink.
Misplace us all one day, or just forget.
This game knew you would blink when they said that. Have I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
I've already forgotten the whole world once, when I drank too much.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Oh, then I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Kim. Oh, Kim. The case is meaningless compared to this. I have totally transcended the case.
I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. Head empty. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Oh, I have one more thought. No more thoughts. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the scariest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful. I don't know. I'm hoping that we zoom back to the deserter and he's just not there. I'm hoping he is just absolutely bailed. It's gotta be most... Yeah, I'm leaning towards kindest or most beautiful. Because this creature has not been scaried. It's been very nice and cute. Okay. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
What the fuck does that mean? What? What are you saying? do it for the working class? Is this game shitty? And like, is this game absolutely kidding me? Are they trying to do it? Oh my god. Which woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it.
I will.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a three-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Well, let's go back and do this one line as well.
Maybe it is real. The pheromone.
The lieutenant's mouth is agape.
The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding, like lunglets. Breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Goodbye. I love you. I'll never forget you. God, I can't wait to tell Lena. And then the credits roll, I guess.
Just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
Phew.
It's gone.
The lieutenant looks north, with his hand raised to his brow. What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
Yeah. It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It might have dropped looped. I'm hoping it has like a nest or some babies or something. Thank you, Sark1. I'm glad you were able to tune in for whatever that was.
What now?
Are you still here, dude? The old man behind you repeats suddenly. He's put his hand into the ash. It's dirty and
Our
black.
suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
I can't believe that dude didn't bail. Okay, well, just save this game real quick. I'm like lightheaded. That was absolutely delirious. Oh. Hey, it's the helmet. And a rifle scope. Okay. Cool, I guess. I was hoping for more stick bug stuff. God, that's creepy. Yeah, I don't care for that at all. Okay, I guess we have to talk to you.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the phasmid?
See?
He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Doras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking.
Princess Undercut, I'll see what I can do.
Like an addict of some terrible substance.
Wave your hand in front of his eyes.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem. Doesn't it, Mr. Doras?
Okay.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
We found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid.
The lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
I cannot tell you guys how little I care about this crime right now.
Silence. Not even a sigh.
Show him the ceramic helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would pull it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Druss could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
I'm gonna let you rest now, sir.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
What happened to this dude?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid?
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reeds for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Druss.
He touches the man's shoulder.
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasmid has stayed hidden all these years?
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yes, you forget it's there.
Mr. Druss, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
The old man stutters.
The doctors will have to look at this.
Okay.
I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is in his company? How much of it in its company is he?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this.
Oh, Kim.
This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Oh, sweetie.
No one would believe you without it.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
There's more game? What? What more could you possibly want? I can't believe there's more game. Yes, he's addicted to the... Yeah, he's addicted to the cryptid, or it has some sort of vibes that have really fucked him up. Phew. What a weird little segment. Trying to decide how I feel about it. It's very unusual as far as like mystery games go, or mysteries in general, to have the culprit be
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
to have the culprit be just like some stranger that we don't actually see for most of the game. A white star.
No. An upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky. The symbol of the commune.
Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Old deserters, yeah. Oh, thank you, Magpie Mob, for re-upping and also for the kind thing that you said. Okay, there's music picking up as if we were approaching some sort of end.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland, Kim.
Let's. We are done here.
He says, adjusting his glasses as he looks out over the water.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
And we don't get to see it.
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
Yeah, Zach, exactly. A comedy, this is a comedy, obviously, as we've seen these many months, so it has to end on a wedding.
You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Okay, well, Kim, what the fuck do we do now? Use the boat to return to mainland. Lillian isn't here. Oh.
Look what the tide brought in.
Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
You look like a fucking clown, Harry. Not like a funny police officer, but
Yeah.
like a real-life, full-time, pie-in-the-face, unicycle-riding circus employee.
It's because I'm not wearing pants.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
No one else seems to be bothered by my style.
Bothered by it? Harry, you're a goddamn cop. They're afraid of you.
Oh yeah, that explains it.
Yes, that has always explained it.
This is not the first time he's seen you all decked out in Wacko.
Vic, calm down.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh yeah, you were that dude with his kid out by the mural.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar.
Oh.
And this is your special task force.
Oh.
Or what's left of it.
Awkward.
Special Consultant Trant Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Oh wait, so Trant, you knew me and you just didn't fucking say anything?
Hi.
Hi, Judith.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Not a naughty boy. He can be both.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
No, Kim. Kim, you've got to have my back. Let's destroy him.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
What? What are you doing here, dude?
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit kid?
Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Duped again. Nobody's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Okay, well, that's fair. Gardener, scab leader, this? Tell me at least you are who you said you were.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisoragi, still a lieutenant from Prison 57.
Alright, that's the only one I care about. You mentioned a task force?
Yeah. Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, totally, I get it. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit.
He doesn't remember.
Hey!
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a sick joke. At least that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Where have you been all this time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember.
He crosses his arms.
You told us to fuck off.
Ah.
You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Why didn't you detect or die then?
Oh, you think it was cool? You saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss, so we fucked off. Like you told us to.
None of this rings any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in.
I did
How
crash
bad
my
is it?
car pretty badly, so it's possible.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, isola, pearl, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, you think I'm so poor I lost my money?
Not when you
my memory,
phrase it like
I should
that.
say.
But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
Pink academia?
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
No, not like that. I'm not talking for Hedefort's school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Capitalism. Capitalism fucked me up beyond all recognition. Trant is right.
Look at F. Boohoo here, victim of the ethanol industrial complex. What are you, an Inva communist now? You think this is a joke?
Yes.
Asking him was a mistake. He's a teenage psycho.
What?
I asked you. It's not possible to wipe your own memory with alcohol alone, right? He's either lying or insane.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
Zach, I have no clue what's happening anymore.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trant, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit.
No, Harry. Fuck you.
Ha!
You already fucked us. I've already explained this shit to Price twice, to Berdiaeva 4 times. I'm your partner. I answer for you when you're not there.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
What now?
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Just stand there.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Really?
No.
Ah.
Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
The time has come, tequila sunset. I drove into the ocean when I was drunk.
So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property. That's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here. Don't ask about my gun. Don't ask my gun.
In a rush to
Please don't ask
demonstrate
about my
your
gun.
badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Wait. Hand-eye coordination. Let me go ahead. Just drop point into that. There we go. Hey, a beautiful catch. See, I've got my badge. You didn't see shit.
Not today, badge.
Behold, my badge.
And your gun?
Shit.
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements. Gun. Yeah, you don't have that. Maybe you can philosophize your way out of it.
Gun? Badge? Car? These are all things. Things don't matter. People do.
You're drunk, aren't you? You lost your gun and you're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
You're a drunk, gunless bum. I can smell it.
I did take one little drink, so that's not true. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
I'm very unhealthy.
He's wounded. It's been a long week and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let the suspect escape, a certain Glacier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
I was shot.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
I was shot, guys. This is like, yeah, this is like a boss rush. This is like the text conversation version of a boss rush. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something. Or the fact that you're Everard Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Yeah,
he did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
I also solved the case. It solved all of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
He says in a lowered voice.
It's so much better if he does this. 1,000,000 times better.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He brushes a stray strand of hair out of his eye and coughs.
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
The case?
Kim.
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
Kim.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
You should yell something.
I should yell something, huh? I am a policeman of the state to come.
The RCM consists of policemen of the state that is. So, a little discrepancy there.
He turns back to Villecomer.
Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of them. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Aw.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless. madly driven.
I mean, that's true. I have no sense of what is relevant.
Well, except that one time when he started to sing karaoke, which, by the way, was a valiant effort.
Aw.
He really sang his heart out.
Aw, Kim.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Hey!
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Oh god, all of these options are really great. So, as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective. And an absolutely giant communist.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
He ignores you, still staring at the phasmid.
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yes, but also...
The phasmid may have contributed to his mental state in some way over the years.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Boom.
I don't even have words for it.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire out the drunk.
Boom. I already quit, fool.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I should not mention the nightclub. I don't think that's going to do much to help me. A missing person, that might not help. No, actually, that one might help. There was also a dead man on the site on the boardwalk, the missing person that we found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in the boardwalk. Drunk.
How do you know about him? I found him.
The body was transported to Precinct 41.
Oh, right.
Our morgue.
Oh, right.
I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
I gotta be hardcore.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
All right, you know what? I am proud of it. I started a nightclub in a church and prevented some children from making speed and selling speed.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, I did some kids a solid. I turned their lives around.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. Also, the phasmid was female, and the reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female.
What the fuck does that mean?
The nesting behavior too, I think.
I mean, the nesting is...
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Kim. Oh, Kim. I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
It told me.
Interesting. Then it is especially vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the entire species. We're probably talking conservation efforts here.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Ugh. It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically. This one was plain colored.
Generally, Jenna, I'm glad you asked. No, it did not have a big anthropomorphic titties, but the text did go out of the way to point out that its hair and antenna was very feminine and curled, like a woman's hair. You know how woman's hair is just essentially different from male hair.
Must be robust if it can move a helmet with its limbs.
It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional.
Huh.
Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
I mean, considering that the stick bug reproduces through parthenogenesis, I mean, there's no reason to assume it has any binaristic gender. Like, what does that even mean for a phasmid, right?
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it?
Maybe we should not have taken that photo. I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Oh, it's the building where all the businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there.
Yeah.
And it was close to the crime scene.
Yeah.
He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
I never wasted time in this game. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
Yeah, Princess Undercut, I also like that. Where he was like, no, that one was okay. We set up a club in an abandoned church, and Kim being like, no, it's cool. That one was fine.
So I have to. Jude?
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
Same.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go, about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No? Some of the suspects seem to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Okay, well...
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
I don't... Okay, whatever, Tron.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
The phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
A cryptozoologist. She told me about the phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Hell
She
yeah.
and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
Yeah.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
No, I'm a cop.
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
No way. I was a rock and roll singer.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
All right, well, that does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of flan sportswear I've amassed.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is.
What?
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
Some leaps of logic here that do not make sense.
And this guy, too. God, even this javelin-throwing freak here.
Oh, God. Contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again? I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is a reprise of the most aspiring basic sports principles of open competition. A 5001 rank outsider.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
Yeah, that's fine. Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Yeah, Megan, it's a great point. Clearly, we have strong feelings about Contact Mike.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
But why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Fair enough.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
I know who.
Dora something. Dora Ingerlund? Yeah,
Ah.
you mentioned her name.
Dora like Dolores, almost.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
Ha! Solid. When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
Oh, okay. 6 years is not that much.
Yeah, you're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing, I think. 2 old years equals 1 normal year.
Ah.
That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable?
Oh, come on, dude. Are you seriously using this moment to assert male privilege?
He is very passionate about this.
And it's not inexplicable at all.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Game.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go home.
Judith, I hope you report these chumps when you get back.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. The middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit.
That's
Not
true.
a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Kim, what will you do now? Will you keep in touch? Will you think about me?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflecting on the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind. It says, tensions rise in Terminal YC in light of the débardeurs strike in Terminal B. Among representatives of every industry in Coal City. You read.
Good luck with your report, Kim.
No. Good luck with your report.
The lieutenant smiles warmly.
Damn it. Yes, that.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it. Let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the noonday sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme,
Chat, it's
a square
fine.
bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow?
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Oh. Can't believe we didn't even get a last hug. Are you gonna carry me? What's happening? Okay. Okay. God, was that really it? Okay, yeah. I mean, I can't believe the game did let me quit. But that's fine. That's fine. Boy! That was a lot. There was a lot more that happened there than I thought was going to happen there. I'm going to have to take some time to sit and digest everything that happened. From a flow standpoint, so much happened in the last episode, and then very little happened in this one, which was not terrible. But it did feel... this felt more like an epilogue section than it did the end of the game. Really so weird that the cryptid was real, and that was a part of this. That was perplexing. I kind of hope... I don't want the cryptid to have been controlling or like motivating the killer at the end, because that's so weird. I just like the idea that the cryptid was just there incidentally. Super weird. I do like the end. Yeah, I do like the boss rush at the end where it's like, here, we're gonna hold you responsible for all the bullshit that you said throughout the game. Because I did say a lot of bullshit, and that was delightful. It was funny to be held responsible for all the stuff that I did. Yeah, God, that was all delightful. And ridiculous. Weird. You don't think that the cryptid was mind controlling Dross? Yeah. I think thematically it makes sense if he wasn't. Because having the ending of this be a person, instead of making a terrible choice for being a terrible person, was controlled by a phasmid, that doesn't make sense thematically with what was happening in the rest of this game. So I think that's fine. The cryptid was delightful. So happy about that. So much of this game tied back into it. I guess I'm used to playing games where the side quests have very little to do with the main quest, but this did such a great job of tying in all of the weird side stuff. Like this game did such a great job of introducing all of the weird things that seem like they're not important into the mainstream of the game. I think in really interesting and good ways. So I'm pretty into all of that. Looking at all of these voice actors who all did such amazing jobs. Pale Driver. I don't know if I talked to... Pale Driver sounds like a Bloodborne character. I feel like a lot of these people maybe I just didn't talk to. God, okay. Final Cut voice acting by... Oh! God, look at all these people. Boy. yeah, I'm just gonna have to sit and think about this game a little bit, I think, because it was amazing and ridiculous and delightful. Let me think about what's happening. Okay, so this is great. I think now that it's getting to be summer, thinking about this 2 to 4 time slot for me is nice because I know more people in different time zones get to watch the stream, which I like, but it's bad because it does mean right smack dab in the middle of my Saturdays, I have to be back at my apartment to do streaming. So I haven't decided when, but I think I'm going to switch up the day I stream, maybe. I might be doing like a Sunday early afternoon stream instead of 2 to 4 Saturday. So I will post that on Twitter when I decide what that time zone is going to be. I think Sunday morning-ish, morning afternoon-ish might be a more optimum time. It might end up being Saturday evening instead, but I would like to have Saturdays off. So maybe Sunday. I'm leaning towards Sunday. Anyway, I will post when I decide. Yeah, I'll just fill my Sundays up with lots of fun and delightful things. So yeah, I'll post that when I decide what that's going to be. Probably just going to hop in and do Monster Hunter the next stream. I do want to do What Remains of Edith Finch at some point, so I will do that for sure. But it's nice. It's nice to be able to stream for different time zones, just because I know Wednesday evenings are not always optimum for everybody. Anyway, I'll figure it out and let you know. But thank you all for sticking through Disco Elysium. That was a lot of game. It was challenging in a lot of ways, frequently. So I appreciate all of you sticking with it as we push through. And otherwise, just have a good Saturday. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys Wednesday, probably. Bye. Goodbye.